Okay guys, so I am back with another video, and in this one I wanted to give you guys some tips for the people who are thinking about going natural or people who just went natural. Some tips that I think would be beneficial for your natural journey, things that I wish I knew before I went natural. So let's just get right into the video. And just a side note, in my hair right now are many twists that I did a while ago. I'm actually taking them out today. So they look a little frizzy, so don't judge me. They are coming out today. It was just a protective style that I did. I actually did it 4 weeks ago, and then I redid them because they started to look frizzy, but I wasn't ready to take them out. I don't know why I didn't record a video on how I did them, but it's pretty self-explanatory. So that's just a side note on what my hair is looking like right now. So the first tip that I have for people who are going to go natural or people who just went natural is to have patience. I feel like patience is one of the most important things, especially when you're about to start a new chapter in your life. I look at going natural as a new chapter. And if you don't have the patience to try to understand your new hair texture or try to understand different types of products, what your hair needs, what it doesn't need, what you should and shouldn't do, then I don't think you're gonna have a really successful natural journey. Patience is a virtue. You need to understand that when you go natural, your hair is not just gonna automatically be perfect. You're not gonna do a style and it's gonna come out bomb. Maybe it will, but a lot of times it's not, because natural hair, everyone's hair is so different. So you really have to have the time to try to understand, to do research, to do methods that do or don't work. You need patience to do wash day. You need time to do styles such as braid outs, twist outs, especially styles that you're gonna do overnight where your hair has to be dry in the morning. Patience comes into play also when you do a style and it doesn't come out good, because you shouldn't get frustrated and then just be like, you know what, this isn't for me. I'm not doing this. I'm going back. Don't give up. That's one of the most important tips when you go natural. It's gonna be a long journey. You're not gonna know what your hair automatically likes. You don't know your hair type. You don't know your hair porosity, anything like that. So that is why I feel like patience is really important. If you're gonna go natural, transitioning, you're gonna need a lot of time, because that's what I did. And every night I would do my hair. Every single night I would retwist my hair. I would do something to at least give it moisture. And it did take up a lot of my time. It did, but I don't regret it, because now I'm fully natural. And I no longer have any straight hair, no damaged ends, nothing like that, because I took the time to try to understand my hair, which I was successful in doing so. And that is why I feel like patience and time is really important. Another tip for going natural is to not compare your hair to other people's, especially people who your hair type is nothing like. For example, when I first went natural, I compared my hair to my sister's hair. My sister is probably 3C. That's what I would rank her. 3C, maybe 4A, maybe. I don't even think, maybe. Me, I am 4B. And before I knew that, I just thought, well, she's my sister, so of course my hair's gonna be like her. We have the same genes. But I was in for a shock, especially because when I first went natural, which was 2 years ago, going natural, it was a thing, but it wasn't as much as it is now. Like, nowhere near that. People were definitely natural back then, but it wasn't so popular as it is today. So there wasn't a lot of girls on YouTube who had type 4 hair. I mean, there were girls that did have it, but back then when I was also transitioning, so I didn't know really what my hair was. So I just automatically said, well, it has to be like Ashley's. When I started to do my hair, I automatically thought, this doesn't look like hers, why not? And then that's when I started to realize, okay, maybe this is, my hair is not like hers. So I feel like if you try to compare your hair to other people's, I feel like it's just, you're kind of setting yourself up to be disappointed, because no one's hair is the same, and your hair is not going to come out automatically as someone else's. Even if you use the same products, you do the same methods that they do, you wait as long as they do, like overnight or anything like that, and it could still come out as a disaster, and the other person's came out bomb. Really, there's a lot of trial and error with going natural, and trying to compare is not really gonna get you anywhere. I don't think so. That's just my personal beliefs. You may think differently. However, I don't think comparing yourself to someone else's is really beneficial at all. Another tip for going natural is to trim your hair. Sometimes I see like a post on Instagram, and someone like a natural page will say, how often do you guys trim your hair? You know, you get the usual, you know, 3 times a month. I mean, what I'm saying, 1 time every 3 months, which is what I do. Some people say 1 time every 5 months. Some people say 1 time every 6 months. Some people say 1 time every year. Some people even say never. And I'm just like, how do you never trim your hair? I don't understand. I mean, you're really trying to hold on to length, but you're not being smart about it, because if you do not trim your hair, you get split ends regardless. Like, you can try to moisturize your hair as much as you want, it really don't matter. Your hair is automatically, the ends are the oldest parts of your hair. Why do you want to hold on so bad to that? And when you hold on to the ends of your hair, those split ends are just going to move forward and forward and forward and forward, and then they're eventually all your hair is damaged. And I'm just like, how do people not trim their hair at all? I don't understand. I mean, some people really like just need length. Like, forget about health. No, length. And you're not going to see it. You're not going to see length by not trimming your hair, honestly. You may think you will, but if you really try to be smart about it, you're not. Like, you have to trim your hair. I trim my hair once every 3 months. That's just what I do. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do. That's just what I think is a good amount of time to do. Every 6 months, I think, is pushing it a little bit. Every once a year, I think, is actually ridiculous, and never at all. That's really, I don't understand. But you do have to trim your hair. You do have to get rid of those dusty ends. And when you don't trim your hair, trust me, you will have a lot of single strand knots. A lot. Single strand knots, or fairy dust is what I hear some people call them. And single strand knots are a given that your hair needs to be trimmed. However, single strand knots are automatically gonna come. It's just something that happens with natural hair, especially kinkier type of hair, type 4, which is why I trim my hair every 3 months. Getting your hair trimmed and keeping it up to date, you will actually see more length. And I know some people may not believe that. Some people may think, how can I see more length if I'm cutting my hair all the time? But it's actually true. You really will. Try not to trim your hair. It's gonna stay the same. Trim your hair, it will grow. Trust me. I've been natural for 2 years. Well, I transitioned 2 years ago. I've technically been natural, like cut off the rest of my hair for 1 year, and my hair grew tremendously. It was this length, and now it's that length. So it's like, it's worth it. That I have for going natural, obviously a given is no heat. Now, some people I do know go natural, but they straighten their hair still. They no longer use any type of chemicals on their hair. However, they still flat iron their hair. I don't know honestly if that's a good idea. For me personally, my belief, no, I really wouldn't say it is. I don't really know how. I mean, if you really tend to your hair, if you really take care of your hair, I guess it's okay. You really take care of your hair a lot. You give it everything that it needs without overdoing it, and you use heat protected, you deep condition and all that stuff. It'll be okay to flat iron your hair. However, I don't I don't believe it's okay. I personally don't do it. I wouldn't recommend to be a straight natural, only because unless you really, like I said, unless you really know how to take care of your hair, okay? But if not, then I don't think it's really beneficial to even go natural if you're still gonna just straighten your hair all the time, because even though you're not putting any more chemicals in it, it can still potentially and most likely get heat damage. My definition of going natural, you know, some people say it's just no longer putting chemicals. My definition is more so no longer putting chemicals, really no longer putting anything in it that's gonna alter my texture, my natural texture. And flat ironing it is not my natural texture. That's it being straight. I more so like to see my hair in this texture more so. I think it just fits me better. It fits my personality. If you guys know me, I'm funny. I think I'm funny. And I don't know, I just feel like bigger hair is just more fun for me. Exactly. I have a big head too. Like my hair kind of doesn't, you can't really tell how big my head really is. So yeah, I really wouldn't recommend to be a straight natural. I would say stay away from the heat as much as you can. I mean, obviously it's okay to straighten your hair every once in a while, but to do it every week, I don't think is gonna help your journey at all. I think it's just gonna push you back. And why do that? Why take up more time and just more of your energy to try to straighten your hair? Because that probably takes forever. I couldn't even imagine it. Another tip that I do have for going natural is to moisturize. Especially I'm talking about more so if you are going natural but you're not really going to wear your hair out, you're more so just going to do protective styling, which can be braids, it can be twists, it can be wigs, weaves, whatever. It's your hair is just tucked away and then, you know, something else is covering it. So when your hair is in a protective style, I think people tend to forget about their hair. And when I mean forget, I mean they're not really taking care of their actual hair, especially if, like, you know, someone has, say, a wig or a weave and your hair is just constantly in braids. You really have to still tend to your hair, because if not, your hair is just going to be weak, it's going to be dry, and when you take it out, it's just going to break. Well, my hair is in twists right now, and every other day I get a water bottle and I spray it, and then I'll put some either leave-in conditioner or just any type of cream, and then I'll just go like this and follow that up with some oil, and then that's it. I just moisturize my hair, and it's really quick to moisturize your hair, especially when it's in a protective style. So really try to not get lazy and forget about your hair underneath and only tend to the fake hair, because I mean, what about your real hair, girl? Like, don't forget about that. So yeah, I just wanted to make a video on 5 tips that I do have for people who are going natural or just went natural, or people who already are natural and just need some guidance, for people who think maybe that their hair is stuck, like in any type of length, anything like that, anyone who needs help, period. And I just wanted to make this video just to give you guys some tips that I learned either from YouTube or just from personal experience, and that's really it. And I just want to thank you guys again for taking the time out your day to watch my video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next one.